Well, this should make for an interesting week of voicemails. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hat Stove Vidcast, and today we're going to be having another episode of the Phillies Hat Stove Hotline. So I'm really excited to hear from you guys and what you have to say this week. Now, guys, before I get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. I just went on and did my Rage video, and now I'm coming back here and doing the Phillies Hat Stove Hotline. This video is going to be uploaded on Friday. Yeah, man, pretty bad performance, right? Getting swept out by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Not really going to hear talking about that. Talk about it in the game recap. That was absolutely treacherous. If you're going to go hear my thoughts on that, just go, listen to that video. But I will talk about it a little bit here, right? Judging on the voicemails I get, I will mention in a little bit. If you want an opportunity to be on Phillies Hat Stove Vidcast, call 267-225-3392. You can find this in the description section, and you can call in and leave a voicemail. State your name, where you're calling from, and then state your question and your opinion about any Phillies topic. So you have a very good opportunity of being on the show. And if you're not, comfortable calling the number, you can go on to the voice memos and just record yourself talking, right? Question or opinion, and email it to phillieshotstove@gmail.com. So you can do whatever you want, right? And whatever makes you comfortable. And also you can, it doesn't have to be audio, right? You can go and type a question into your opinion, just type it out, with your name and, where you're typing from, right? And email that to me, phillieshotstove@gmail.com, or you can DM me, Phillies Hot Stove, Harper Fanatics, any of those, any of that kind of stuff. So feel free to do whatever you please. You have an opportunity to be on the show. Let's get right into these recordings, these little voicemails I received. We're going to go to Cody from Gloucester County. Big thanks to him for helping me out with my final score and lineup post for Phillies Hot Stove. Big thanks to him for helping me out with that. So we're going to go check in with him and see what he has to say.
My name's Rudy from Gloucester County. My question is, what do you think of Harper's MVP?
Now, I don't know if maybe he just, clicked the record button a little early. He just said, what do you think of Harper's MVP? I guess I'm gonna kind of, take that question from here and just say, maybe he was asking, do I think he has a chance of winning the MVP? And my answer is, I've been asked this, a lot, recently. More I've seen a player, he didn't have a good week. So, this week really hurt his chances. Fernando Tatis is now back. I don't see him winning it. I just don't. I love Bryce Harper, of course. I have a Bryce Harper fan page, Harper Fanatics. He's my guy, right? But it's just objectively, I was asked this question on Philly Sports Area. I went on his show, and I just don't see him winning it. I just don't, and I hate to say that, but he's just criminally underrated, right? By the guys at MLB Network. He's just underrated, from everybody pretty much. He's underrated by this fan base. Bryce Harper is underrated. We're gonna go take a look. You want an example? He didn't make the All-Star team. The stats that he has, he didn't make the All-Star team. So it's just crazy, man. Unfortunately, I just don't see him winning that award. It's a shame. It's really a shame. But I just don't see that happening. It would be really something if he did, but I just don't see that happening, unfortunately. As we're going to go to our next caller here. We got Andrew calling from Georgia, right? So he left 2 voicemails. I'm going to play his voicemail here, and he got another voicemail, and then we're going to play his voicemail at the end. So, Andrew, take it away, my friend.
Hey, it's Andrew, the only person who has called into every single episode of the Phillies Hotline. Tough loss to the Reds today. The umps might have cost us a game, but that's not what I'm mad about. I'm pissed at Nola and this entire season. I bet by the next time you make this video, he made his start. When you make the next Hotline video, he made his start, and I bet he was good. But after that, he's going to be bad again. This is just ridiculous. And one thing I did like about the game today is that we booed him. We're letting these guys get way too comfortable in, some of their roles, and it's time Aaron Nola needs to face consequences, like getting booed, to make him maybe more determined, because he got way too comfortable this season, and that's been so bad. It's just time for a change. And the fact that Wheeler has been so good, it's been overshadowing Nola. and letting him get comfortable to be back. So, yeah, booing him is a one step in the right direction because this has just been way underlooked, and it's time for a change.
I agree. I mean, you hit a lot of points, right? I mean, you are, the only guy that's called in every episode, so I thank you for that. But getting back to what you asked about, and you're wrong. I mean, Aaron Nola did not make his next start, right? And of course, you don't know when I'm going to be making these videos, right? So it's not your fault. So that's not a big deal. That's not, the point I'm trying to make. But I agree with you, right? I mean, Nola, has seemed to get comfortable in the role that he's in, and he's not the number one guy anymore. He's not the guy. He's one of the guys, but he's not the guy, right? Zach Wheeler is now the guy in this rotation. And I agree. He's just kind of seemed to just get content, saying like, I'm not the guy anymore. I'm just going to sit back and just put up, numbers that you expect out of your number 3, number 4 starter. I mean, come on, man. And I agree with you. I mean, he's been really, really shaky. And in this city, if you're going to go out there and perform like that, you're going to get booed. It is inevitable. In this city, if you go out there and perform like that, you are going to get booed. And you can't say it's unfair because it is fair. I totally agree with it. So I think he should be booed. It's just pathetic. A message needs to be sent. And I totally agree with you. I've been very disappointed with Aaron Nola. I mean, he's had some great starts where he's like totally lights out, but I'm tired of the inconsistencies. He's really annoying me too, man. He was always one of my favorite players. But he seems like a shell of the 2018 Nola, right? I mean, we see, occasionally we see signs of the 2018 Nola, but we don't see a whole lot. I'm pretty disappointed with them. I mean, that disappointment is an understatement. I've run out of things to say about Aaron Nola. I mean, because he's just been so inconsistent, and it drives me crazy. I mean, he needs to just do a better job being more consistent. Take a look at the next caller coming in here. He did not state his name, and he did not state where he was calling in from. But let's take a look at what he has to say.
Hey, Luke, do you think the Phillies can beat a better team than what they're playing?
Oh, man. I mean, this voicemail was sent today, actually. And to be honest with you, after what we saw today, I'm not sure if they have in the past, of course, right? And the thing that just makes me laugh is that they swept at the New York Mets. I'm not saying the New York Mets. I was just talking about my Rage video. I mean, they're not anything special, right? Banged up team. They've had a lot of injuries, right? I mean, even when they are healthy, I still think they're way overrated. We've seen it before when they have beat teams, these good teams, right? I mean, it just makes no sense to me. It goes back. I don't want to go on another rage here, it just goes back to the point. They can't even beat this Arizona Diamondbacks team. They lost 2-3 to the Pirates. They got swept out by the Orioles last year. They had trouble beating the Marlins at the beginning of the season. Just on and on and on. I agree. That's a really good point, right? I mean, I don't even know, man. I'm running out of things to say as well. So we're going to go back to Andrew here. As he called in today, so two of the voicemails I got for this video. Well, I recorded on Thursday. This video is pre-recorded. It's recorded on Thursday. It's going to be uploaded on Friday there. I mean, usually the Hot Stove Hotline is out on Friday. Sometimes it won't be, but usually that's the day I do it. So we're going to go back to Andrew here. He's pretty upset after the loss. I guess now it's yesterday you're seeing this video, but let's take a look at what he has to say.
Hey, Luke. How are you doing right now? Are you doing okay? Well, I'm not. We suck!
Yeah, man. I tell you what, when that voicemail was sent out, I'm still really heated about it. I was furious. I was fuming, right? I was at the Ocean City Boardwalk down at the shore, right? I do leave. Well, by the time you see this video, right, it's kind of confusing. I do leave on Friday, right? So the time you're seeing this video, I'm probably back home by now. Yeah, man, I honestly, I just was like so mad. Usually, this is a place where you can relax, kind of just chill, and there's no chilling when the Phillies are on TV, right? There's no relaxing, there's no, there's nothing to relax about, man. There's nothing to relax about. It's just constant anxiety and stress, you're right, man. This team is inept, it's pathetic. And it just goes to show you, when you lose, you get swept out by a Diamondbacks team, it shows you a lot, right? It shows you about the team's heart. Not only did they get swept out, but the way they got swept out, right? Not even putting up a fight, not even I don't even know, this is bad baseball. Sometimes you're going to lose, you get beat, but it's good baseball. You fight, you put up a good fight, you try really hard, and you can sit back and tip your head and say, hey, that was good baseball. That was good baseball. But you can't here. You can't. because this was bad baseball. This was bad baseball. We weren't hitting. I mean, even the pitching in this final game of the series wasn't great. I mean, it was decent in the series. It wasn't great the final game. Zach Wheeler, 6 earned runs. Now, like I said, I mean, Alan Diaz Santos came in. He didn't make an ender, and yes, I mean, those runs should have been charged to Zach Wheeler, right? It makes sense. But I am very, very annoyed about all this. I'm very, very annoyed. By what happened. It's a discouraging sweep. It's a discouraging series moving forward. Like, you can't have any confidence. I was really heated, man. I was really, really heated. I don't even know what to even say anymore about it. I mean, I'm just like, wow. I mean, after this, I mean, it's going to be hard to move on from this, but it seems like you just kind of have to. I want to thank you all so much for another successful week of the Phillies Hat Stove Hotline. I'm going to say, I said at the beginning, I'm going to say it again. Your chance to be on Phillies Hat Stove Vidcast, what you have to do, call in 267-225-3392. Let me repeat, 267-225-3392. You can find this in the description section, right? You can just go down, contact options. The 267-225-3392 number will be there. Just go dial it, leave a voicemail, state your name, where you're calling from, any Phillies question and or opinion. And like Andrew did, you can leave multiple voicemails. You can email a voicemail. Just go record yourself talking. Email it to phillieshotstove@gmail.com. Also, you can find that in the description section under contact options. So you can go email it to phillieshotstove@gmail.com. If you don't want to be on here with audio, you can text it, right? You can just, write a little message. And your name, where you're, writing from, right? You could just DM me, Phillies Hat Stove or Harper Fanatics on Instagram, also in the description section. Or you can email it, phillieshotstove@gmail.com. So you have a lot of options. You can be on the show. I mean, I love to hear from you guys. I love interacting with you all. I think it's a lot of fun. So I want to keep this up. Another successful week for Phillies Hat Stove Hotline, and not a successful week for the Phils. Another successful week for the Phillies Hat Stove Hotline. So guys, if you watch this video, please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please turn the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. Link in the description section. At Phillies Hat Stove, Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, call or text 267-225-3392. Email phillieshotstove@gmail.com. Right, so 10th and the first pitch tonight. Right, for you guys tonight. Matt Moore, 2-3, 6-7 here, going against Blake Snell, 6-4, with a 4.80 ERA. So again, thanks for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. I'll see you guys.